What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the world's first 16-speed disc, the Doomsday Discs Weapon of Max Distance, also known as the WMD. Doomsday Discs is a disc golf manufacturer that focuses on decentralization and anonymity, so this disc currently does not have any flight numbers. Today I want to change that. I want to give it my own flight numbers after throwing it, as well as talk about the grip, and at the end try to bust a popular disc golf opinion that the faster disc speed is, the farther it will go. Let's jump right into it. Currently they are only making the WMD in survival plastic, so that's what I have here today. It feels really nice. It feels exactly like any other premium plastic, Innovastar, Discraft ESP, you name it, that's what this feels like. So now let's take a look at the parting line here. And what you'll be able to see here is the underside of the disc is completely flat. And it's also quite domey, so I'm betting that this disc is going to be pretty understable due to the amount of wind that is going to be going on top of the disc. And before we talk about this massive rim size here, let me bring in the fastest disc I could find here. This is an Axiom Disc Excite. It's a 14.5 speed, and while both these rims are massive and the WMD is actually a 16 speed, I actually find this more comfortable to grip in the hand due to it having a deeper inner rim here where your fingers go. So for me, the dome plus the deeper inside rim makes this more comfortable for me to grab than this flat and also massive rimmed Axiom Excite. I also want to let you guys know that the rim on this big boy is so massive that this disc is actually unapproved by any governmental organization, including the PDGA. Also, it weighs 190 grams. So feel free to throw this in any of your casual rounds, but you will not be able to throw this disc in any PDGA sanctioned events for the time being. Now let's hit the field and compare this to some other discs I have with me. We're going to be comparing it against an Axiom Excite, which is a 14.5 speed, a Latitude 64 Royal Ride, which is a 13 speed, and this is also my max distance disc for the time being, and an 11 speed Halo Wraith. And my goal is to find out once and for all if a 16 speed disc thrown with the right amount of power will go farther than an 11 speed disc. So we're going to give each of them 3 throws, 3 good throws, and then I will calculate up their averages and we will ponder the results. Let's hit the field. So before I start keeping track of the distances, I'm going to throw this one time just so I get an idea of how I need to start throwing it to get my max distance with it. Moment of truth. Wow. Okay. Seems to have pretty much no fight back at the end, so I'm going to have to put it on a ton of hyzer. Now let's start throwing all the others and compare them. That one was crushed. So far, so good. 417. 464. 504. That other one might have beat my personal best distance record. 499. Wow, so the Excite actually went farther than the WMD. That's funny. Okay, back for round 2. 442. 444. 451. Okay, this one's better than I thought. 483. That one could have done it. Let's go find out. 423. 445. 472. Guys, I think this WMD could be the one. It's quite a ways back here. My personal distance record ever on flat ground is 525. 512. Alright, here's my critiques of each of these 4 discs I just threw. The Halo Wraith is a very reliable disc, and it's a little bit more overstable than these other 3. However, it seems to lack the glide that these other 3 has, and I just was not able to throw it as far as the others. Then we have the Axiom Excite. This was honestly probably my least favorite disc of the entire group. It's not very comfortable in the hand, and I misreleased it probably like 4 times off of camera that I had to run and go get it. So I think that this isn't the best disc. However, MVP does make some really good high quality drivers, so if you're looking for a super fast MVP driver, I would suggest either a Teleport or maybe a Tantrum. And then we have the Latitude 64 Royal Ride. Obviously, this disc is one of my favorites in my bag, and the glide on this disc is just absolutely the best I've found on a driver, and it has a decent amount of lake flight stability as well. This is just my favorite disc of the group overall. Last but not least, we have the Weapon of Max Distance. Yes, I threw this disc the farthest out of these 3. However, you have to remember this is not PDGA approved, so it's kind of like, well, maybe what's the point of throwing it? However, I really enjoyed throwing this disc. It's decently comfortable in the hand. And one final thing to note is, I gave this disc to my dad, who can only throw about 300 feet, and I said, this disc is so flippy, try to throw it. And he threw it and got absolutely 0 turnover. It just completely hid it on him. So I think if you want to achieve your maximum potential with this disc, you need to be having a super high arm speed or be throwing at least over 400 feet in order to consistently achieve a good flight with this disc. That's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and also, I am not in any way affiliated with Doomsday Discs, but my dad is actually a sponsored member of their team, and so if you are interested in picking up any Doomsday Discs, head over to doomsdaydiscs.com/shop, I believe, and type in the code CRIMREAPER, CRIMREAPER, and get 10% off any order, and it would also help support him. So if you're interested, make sure to go do that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.